You know, back in 1987, when I was at the age of 12, I was a backing singer on Dennis Englewood's 1987 remake of the 10cc tune I'm Not in Love, produced by Philly soul producer Thom Bell, who produced for soul acts like the Delphonics and the Spinners, the pop soul group the Stylistics, and the British pop star Elton John. Since I was a backing singer on Dennis Englewood's remake of the 10cc tune, I couldn't say, "Be quiet, big boys don't cry." Neither can my friends Joyce Berry, Sue Fleming, and Dennis Englewood himself as backing singers. Just like the secretary who worked at Strawberry Recording Studios in England named Kathy Warren, that sounded like a mother hushing her baby child to sleep from crying or vomiting at night. And when we heard the secretary from Strawberry Recording Studios named Kathy Warren playing the role of the mother hushing her baby child to sleep from crying by saying, "Be quiet, big boys don't cry."
Be quiet, big boys don't cry.
To us, it sounds very irrelevant. So we decided to make our Philly Sweet Soul ballad version of that breakup song more relevant and leave behind the irrelevant midsection that said, "Be quiet, big boys don't cry." Now, how could a woman like Kathy get that idea for doing such a thing like that? As far as I'm concerned, it's very irrelevant. And besides, it has nothing to do with that breakup song. In the beginning, we were complaining that there were too many synthesizers playing on the 10cc original with the strange abstract tape hiss that we couldn't deal with since we first heard it on the radio. While we enjoyed listening to the Fender Rhodes electric piano and the rhythm guitar that were used in their original, we were wondering why there were no real live drums playing on that original recording, no shakers, no maracas, no bongos, nor congas, except the bass drum itself alone, that made the song too plain, too horrific, too bland, and too boring. And when we were hearing the synclavier choir voices like that, to us, they sound terrible. So we said, why don't we do it with real instruments playing in our Philly Soul ballad version of the 10cc tune written by Eric Stewart and Gouldman to make it as a Philly Soul dancer instead of too many strange synclavier voices. Plus, the abstract tape hiss is no good for us. So he said, nah, we can't do the whole backing track with strange and horrific synclavier choir voices. No, we don't want that. We want to do the whole backing track with instruments playing, and that's what we want. And Thom said, okay, let's do it. Let's make a Philly Soul ballad record of that song instead of an epic record. Furthermore, we also said, instead of us singing the ah part to create the strange wall of sound, just like three members from that group named Kevin Godley, Laurence Neil Creme, and Graham Gouldman in a British style that sounded so wrong, we wanted to sound like a decent family of backing singers named David Pack, from the pop group Ambrosia, Royce Jones from that same group, David Lasley and Joanne Harris, or Myrna Matthews, Ashford Simpson, Vivian and Hilda Harris on backing vocals behind Dennis himself, who performed lead on that song in the style of David Pack from the pop group Ambrosia to create the American sweet soul pop sound So Natural, So Right. So in that song, we as backing singers wanted to sing the whole bridge together in perfect harmony. Let me isolate those backing vocals first of all.
Ooh, you wait a long time for me. Ooh, you wait a long time. Ooh, you wait a long time for me.
Now here's my friend Dennis Englewood singing his Philly Sweet Soul ballad version of this song.
I knew it. I knew you couldn't fool me like that. We were so close. I know that you care about me.
Wait a minute, baby. Now, what I meant was, I wasn't lying to you all the time. I did kind of go for you.
What?
I don't like having to tell you these things, baby, but you don't give me any choice because you're just not getting it. I admit I had lied to you when I said that I didn't feel anything for you. I did feel something for you. But it was never like what you felt for me. It was never like that.
What are you saying?
You wooed me, baby. I mean, you were always there looking so pretty. With those eyes. I mean, a man with more principles might have been able to walk away, but I just couldn't do it.
Are you saying that you used me?
I don't know, man alive who wouldn't want to be near someone like you, have someone like you to cuddle up to at night. You always look so pretty. So sexy. You gotta admit you did kind of push yourself on me.
I kept after you because I believed in you. In us. And what we have together.
What we have together. Come on, baby, we had fun together. You have enough fun and then things start to get a little stale and then it's time to move on. Don't look at me like that, baby. I never really wanted to hurt you. It's just that you've had a problem getting the message.
Yeah. Well, I've got it now. Loud and clear.
It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And just because I call you up, don't get me wrong, don't think you've got it made. Not enough, no. It's because I'd like to see you, but then again, I keep your picture upon the wall.